confident of winning. Generally, you see the process being slow. Like as we speak, there's only one person going to cast the vote, no queues here and all that. It tells you that if you are able to whip up your people to come out and vote, you are done. It's not the numbers, it's nothing, it's strategic.
A strategy. You've admitted to being behind with 100 votes. This is the stronghold of the NPP. You haven't won since '92. In fact, the opinion of the NPP suggests that this entire rerun has been orchestrated somewhat to favor you, and despite that, they saying they weren't going to be a part of it. Still, the odds will be stacked pretty much against you. It's a daunting task.
We know this is a seat we've never won. We admit it. But 2024 told us something, that there are seats that we never dreamt of, but we won it. Dome Kwabenya should be an example that everybody to see, and we are going to repeat it here. You see, whatever the MPP are saying, for me today, it doesn't matter. What matters is what is before us. What matters is the votes that we are going to cast and we are going to count. That is all that matters to us. How can we be behind 19? Listen, when the Electoral Commission even said that it's left with 3, pink sheets were they referring to? They were referring to the MPP pink sheet that we objected. The same with ours that was objected. So it was just both sides. So I beg them, they should come down, let's work and then declare NDC winners, and then everybody will know that it was a fair deal. This is not a by-election, it's a continuation of a process. It is still the 2024 elections that's going to be concluded today.
I'll leave you. It looks like you have to be on your way again, but that's Gordon Akogan with the NDC Observer team. We're waiting for a lot more persons to come round as well, so that we'll continue to monitor the process. But from us here, voting is proceeding smoothly now.
They're reporting from the Presby 4 polling station, where we earlier heard that the polling station, which was initially sited inside the church building, has now been brought outside and voting has resumed. Everything is running smoothly and all is well, and we hope that it continues that way until the end of polls today. We'll continue to bring you the live coverage across all 19 polling stations. We've got our reporters on the ground, and we are grateful to those of you on the ground in the various areas in that constituency who are also sending us live updates. Please keep them coming through with the hashtag Election Command Center. We're happy to read your messages and connect with you and let you know what's happening on the ground. But back in studio, of course, Roland Walker is still here with the team. Back to you, Roland.
And Dr. Zato, what will be your own reactions so far? Your expectations and the reactions you wanted to give, and what will be your best caution?
Just 1 week ago, Russia. Now I'm a ferry. Now I'm a ferry because so what have I be a video on my head? I have a baby and Namua. No, Busa, who say, "Yeah, I'm on your phone now. Yeah, I'm on yourself, dear." Because who could do be crucial? And he send the breed. But on this particular one day, yes, many opinion about the by-elections, any idea. But then, say, turnout of my then first of all more of Washington, the party for neck. Now, my announcement said about a month. So now a obvious say, or more a press statement or release or mother by a communique or mother by any say they were not going to take part in the election. So when was on got to
voter turnout for more.
Yes. Over by election now, I common say now for the performance of politicians, I can be say, yeah, output, your performance, and my interest in Obi Kotoaba because Otoaba no cry ain't changing the life. And also baffle. No, as I say, you Kotoaba more political party and no more Koto. You mean, no matambola, Mamoto was a born more mobile. And Tiakawana, and then turn out on your day. A war form. No, be answering him say, a rabna we need that.
Okay. But as my court,
rabna we need that. Or Monko to winning about. MP before the man got to penning for some mamma to Mamma Conco to about yes, penning for neck as some more catch them about your muscle. Man, so. But I say, my father, the greater courage now, minister, engagement with the press.
So, okay.
Based on your assessment here that you could win today's election?
Oh, definitely, we are winning. In fact, we've been here since Monday. I mean, we've been campaigning all over, and the responses are good. So we are confident. But there is always a first time. Teresa won her seat for the first time. That seat supposed to be MPP Okankwe North is MPP stronghold. We won. And couple of constituencies we won. So this place is not going to be. I mean, we are winning ABLEKUMA North as well. Even though it's an MPP stronghold.
Okay, Honorable. There's been issues of okay.
Minister, we've seen a lot of your MCs on the ground.
Yeah.
ABLEKUMA North MCs here. The mayor himself is also here. Is there a deliberate strategy? And are you yourself, who supervises their work is here as well?
Oh, as far as I'm concerned, and as far as I remain the regional minister, I have to whip all the MCs to come and support their colleagues.
So it was deliberate?
Oh, not deliberate. I'll say your party candidate, member is contesting. It's mandatory of us to come and support. So it's nothing like deliberate. We are here to support our sister, and we are here to make sure that we win the seat for NDC.
All right, Honorable, there's been a couple of issues or concerns raised with regards to vote buying. I don't know if you've heard that your opponents, that's the MPP, they've raised concerns that they whenever their members come around to vote, they see the others pull them aside and all that. I don't know if you've heard that.
My dear, this is not news. Every election there's a vote buying. So if we are buying votes, they should also buy their votes. We have members who traveled all the way from Kumasi and they have to come and vote. So if such people come, you have to give them TNT to go and vote. I don't think it's a vote buying. Are you guys? So if you think it's a vote buying, you to go and buy the vote. It's as simple as that.
But there are concerns that it could affect the integrity of the process. Are you minded?
Which one is integrity? If someone is loyal to you, why not? The person who votes for you, with or without money, the person should be able to vote for you. So I don't think it's going to, giving the person TNT. And this morning, I have to call a couple of people. I was at Mass TV the other day. I gave my numbers out. And people are in Kumasi, others, Takwa, and others who are in Eastern Region. So I told them when they come, they should call me so that I'll give them their TNT. And I don't think this is vote buying. Just to support their TNT.
I don't think that influences them in any way.
It doesn't. If someone loves you, the person loves you, irrespective of what you give to the person.
Giving money to voters in and around the voting.
We are not giving money. We are not giving, point of correction, we are not giving money. I'm saying that we are supporting them with their TNT. When someone calls you, looking at where I am, I don't also have Momo on me. So if someone should call that she doesn't have a transport, and for instance, I say, okay, pick a Uber. When you come, let me pay the Uber, and I pay the Uber. Is it vote buying? The person called me. It's transportation. Yeah, if the person is MPP, I don't think the person will call me. Obviously, the person is an NDC. That is why she called me. So I have to support. And equally, the MPP people also call them for TNT. So, I mean, this is not news.
But are you concerned that it's happening around voting centers?
It's happening around. Yeah, if the person should come and vote, why are you going to get the person? It's a voting center. So you give it to the person at the voting center. Are you getting?
Honorable, one last question. Yesterday, we saw a turnaround from the MPP parliamentary candidate. Initially, I could say that probably your candidate might have been in a comfortable lead because you didn't know the MPP candidate was going to run, but then she decided to. What is your take on that?
Oh, she has decided. Initially, I thought they won't run, but now that they said they are running, meaning that the grounds is not good for them. I mean, so if someone should take a decision that the party has taken a trend that don't run, a stand that don't participate in the election, and you say you want to, meaning there is something wrong somewhere, and so she's afraid that she might lose the election. That is why she says she's running, and so that is it. Thank you.
Thank you very much. And that is the Honourable Minister for Greater Accra. But then we also have one member here that we're also trying to get hold of. Oh, okay, that is Honourable General.
Yes.
Well, that is General Asiedu Nketia right here, closer to the Odoko. He just made an entry here, but then he says that he's been to just 2 polling centers, and he'd want to talk and give updates after he's been to the other polling stations. He couldn't say much more, but we are hoping that when we get to meet him some few moments later, he'll give
So,
my joy online.
Why shall you want to vote to be?
Dr. Babu, 410,000.
5 million, that's on your how what the 5 million now? Chief of staff.
No, maybe they know my joy. They know when they are Ibra. My joy.
This is the Greater Regional Minister.
No, not make us.
This is the Greater Accra Regional Minister.
No, I am say. MP before na sama omo kan na man bufu kakra na wokan sa anya sa na wo ba.
Regional Minister.
But the mention say
Regional Minister say no. Vote no oroto na obokodo wa to oboto the more
one cancer. On say MP before the say auto vote.
Just when you have taken over power, one rerun election, no, wabua wa on says oboto vote ni na wa ABLEKUMA criminal
Methodist polling station where you just saw the regional minister Linda Oklu pass by, and also the national chairman of the NDC, Johnson Asiedu Nketia. Someone, according to sources, is in pole position to become, for the flag bearers of the party. We don't know. You saw the survey by the Global Info Analytics, and it places, I think it was Haruna Mohammed in the lead, followed by Johnson Asiedu Nketia. Haruna Idrisu in the lead. Johnson Asiedu Nketia second. The third was the finance minister. Fourth was the chief of staff. And fifth was, I think, Okudzeto Ablakwa. And then you have the daughter of Jerry John Rawlings, Dr. Zanato Rawlings, also in there. So, yeah.
These are her words.
I think that there's an MCB and Office of the Special Prosecutor. I guess so, yeah.
This is dangerous. So watching for prosecution. Yeah. It's the regional minister, Greater Accra regional minister, should be immediately arrested. She should be immediately arrested for indicating that or to vote. Na obia opebia no so ko piska na fako to vote. This is an affront to our democracy.
Na amena kan brofo. mente brofo kura na nyemehwi ma amene brofo no kan no de ba twi mu a
o say
and century ni say yesem mo to vote
okay
and o say ye to vote o say na MP before na ka and o say ye to omo so to bi and just say what admit say omo to ba onim say allegation ti na ono fi false allegation ti to da bi obi the false allegation to so announce ama no chicken response and answer say na
chicken response
enye ade e cause because yeah that's why ye anticipate bi obi dey alcohol but oko network social media no so even mo if you have my joy very credible online news source or say ABLEKUMA NORTH rerun elections no but me support a free year with 41,000 omo dey quiet Brand Champion I support to say the same constituency over 20 something thousand 200 and something thousand rather says kaloma de quiet na yen mon produce only one source mate se president Mahama disika ko ana mate se obi in NDC okuta position or disika ko bona mo disika na kogu wo na mo makwati fie ko hunu so na wa begina na afo na mo busa se so na mo ana mo chisika no
but you're my wolf and kid. Don't let us take this lightly.
But what the way to see
honor as politicians, obey try there, obey. But this is a serious issue on your network.
Serious
so
issues.
I expect you to also pass it.
Are you serious? We ask about okay, for evidence.
What's the difference between this and the Ejuso?
Ejuso, dear no.
Yeah.
Onwa admit say medicika ma mo say mo nto aban confirm o ma nto aban confirm nti me beje
okay
on video
ana we so confirm say ye cheska jo so go chebi
won confirm say ye cheska wo na wakọ ka say mo chesika obi say mo chesika ana say ka che ni pan say so mo say ye cheska o mo so chebi
so ko she have denied say ye chesika
communication ka obi obetuma ka say answer na o de ma ye nche say we communication asem no ka utwa ni sensin na watie ni yi die na ma nipa ne kan aye wo se ase asem we ya asem a ye ntwa to so ho yaudie
response man
yes say
that's otna se ho me yan ko masa response
dabi but asem mu twa asem mu amoso mo nko election mu de america be gina ko elections ama mo se gina ba be chiska masa dia asem na beto no so say bo mo na chiska no say na chiska mo so mo ko chebi.
Now vote buying there is everywhere.
No. Vote buying there is not everywhere. If it is everywhere, and
the pastor to say minister Kasa.
Mante.
No,
man. Say you know what? What's maybe I bet you know.
Until here. Me Kasa we say why?
Oh yes, I know credibility. What I just say the matter na be matter.
Me Kasa.
And I'm a phone na me hwe so na.
What tension was sir?
But maybe I know Kasa ye almost say ye to omo so nkoto bi.
Okay, almost say ye to omo so nkoto. Maybe Kasa vote buying there is everywhere no.
Message mama mintie bi so that make man make was I dey be one tie na go kan but say mintie no kan sa
so the American say into minister one kasa ebeyede
okay
enye MPP for ena na ebisa na sem
okay
eyen sentrefo ena omuni ni di nkomo ena ba ko bebisa na asem say yes say muchiska iya no de mind na kan kakra
okay
if you say vote by say ye to be vote enya de pa emretia ya bato ho hihye mra etia osanso etoaso you see I can say oh ebinum ko bidem
no because if fachem na ye ko tie enkomode ye ko so ABLEKUMA North constituency na esamrebiem
lawyer enko
discuss that I think that this is not the first time. The minority leader Apenyomakin slapped a police officer recently. Nothing has happened yet, so that is why another thing like that would happen. So when we finish the election, all of these matters will be addressed. These are hazards of the environment, and so we take responsibility for it, that a police officer would do that. I don't know what the issues are, but if you are in election, no matter what comes, there will be scratches, and so these ones are normal of the season. Yes.
Sure. Well, thank you very much. We'll get to talk to you later. That is Mustafa Agbande. He is also right here at the ABLEKUMA North constituency, still in the same area that we met the Greater Accra Regional Minister and also Monsieur Dunketia earlier. They are all moving to the various polling stations to do their checks. And just as he said, every
Mustafa Bandi. Yeah. What justify as a tron na yabo journalist nana. Safenyo mark and crack or please niasu.
Na Afenyo mark is only a journalist. Yensen training in Yabro in Yakawa. Safenyo minority leader combo police in Yasu, police in Ya. Emrani police in Yakobro Centronia, Emrani Nini. Internet yet say, no, I take out the castle. In Centronia, I don't obey. Oba Kika, near Kosono, no by report. Okobun saying, the Juma no ye, where Tiamra, so the Munefana Embra, we a peace officer, unim. Yesibo a Japadie, and Nkwahu Bine. Yankwanko Kase Coco Brunse, Ukobus and Tunis away there, Ukobona soon said day. So I be in ya, oh, quite obe faso. Ain't Amanyofono, wahoo. Sano mano, and then I a cofa. Oyeni edibo mayim kabatu sike ko peacefully hwede akwakosi police ni akwaburu centroni na regional minister osanso ye MP for Shai Osuduku. Vote buying is an so offense, a literal offense.
So it could be said nuntinama boys ne do mo voters ID card akogina nkwanchen.
Yes, nti sana Omane yako sika ye hiani dia imputu juma no saa ne ebekona na akotia so by election beba wo akotia by election beba we 19 polling stations
akotia the whole constituency aden say nkofo bi me no matuju nkofo frame nti omo frame a betimi so omo fa uba mra no metuaka obi koto na ba e polling station ho. Police station in Shisha, no, say, as a fuck, I cried about police station. It was a bail.
Exactly, it's a what to cry now, wow, person over there. And the one of bomb can about the two of us.
Here, could I go to Mammy, a queer, a free and so, a war, ABLEKUMA NORTH, and so on, so the two subject for any.
Kalamu Ademu, Onwankasa, Omachin Crawford Sekai, Egun Crawford, na, and on a betuaba, Ghana for Muntie. One more startibium, but ABLEKUMA NORTH for a mobile tuaba, Mukokro Moti, ebe stop us at the ina. Mukokro Moti, Ediasum Jebeba. Muhumunia Bekwe free mobo, Obio Bepia to be onto Mammy, Meda number 1. Na Wonyan Hopon, Obekasa, Medamas.
Sorry, what has been your observation so far? So we missed your earlier conversation.
So, what is it?
What has been your observation so far? You've been to a couple of the police. What has been your observation so far?
Oh, I am not impressed with the macho men they are trooping around with. It's the same thing that happened in 2024. And they are doing the same thing. But luckily, the police command have been able to deploy a lot of policemen here. But I feel with Methodists here, it's not enough. Okay. This is the same place the NDC constituency organizer tore the pink sheets and everything and bent everything. This is the same place. And he just went there, tore our album from our people. He tore them, intimidated them just right now. They've started the same thing again. Do you get what I mean? Yes. And this is the same place those things happen. So I feel that the police should beef up security.
Oh, no, but have you spoken to the police about the situation?
Yes,
We are at the polling station where the chair of the NDC is. You can also see in the picture there the municipal chief executive for the Tema Metropolis. Be Bright, as well as other individuals at the Presby and Pentecost Church polling stations, or DOCO.
Has as well just made his way here, taking stock of happenings as an observer, and obviously he's one individual. Many argue that outside of the president, nobody is more popular than he is in the NDC, and so, as to be expected, he's come with a lot of individuals, crowds, persons following him, and the likes. Even the media presence here as well has gone up a notch higher with respect to the flurry of activities surrounding him, even as he goes through the paces, having conversations and getting an understanding as to exactly what it is that's happening. He's been interacting with the officials of the Electoral Commission as well, and then the party agents, and getting a sense as to what's been happening. We're just going to try and get a few words from him as to...
Chairman, some have argued that the EC yielded to pressure from incumbents because of the...
This is not the time for such. This is not the time for such interviews.
So essentially, what he's saying is it's not time for a lot of the speaking. And I mean, the nature of the chaos which surrounds him, with bodyguards pushing and shoving individuals away, and the loud cheers that he continues to receive, is indicative of just one thing. He is a very popular individual when it comes to Ghana's politics, a member of parliament himself in the past, and so he as well has come through to observe. I must mention as well that a number of observer teams from the NPP have come around, and they've as well left, but it's not been as flamboyant as what we're witnessing. Johnson Asiedu Nketia, who's the chairman of the NDC, come around and then witness what voting has been like. He came with a number of individuals. It was a packed entourage, and they will be leaving pretty shortly. But again, I mentioned this place has become a center of attraction for quite a number of reasons, from the initial decision to keep the polling station inside until the subsequent decision to have it brought outside, and then it being known historically as well for a bit of misunderstanding when it reaches a critical point of counting and sorting and all of that. And so it's piqued a lot of interest, and it's no surprise we've seen two separate teams from the NDC come through wanting to see for themselves exactly what it is that's happening. I mentioned there was a team from the NPP. When they came around, it was just one individual who I know quite well. I asked questions about their presence, and he indicated that they are around, they are observing and making sure that everything goes smoothly. It's 19 polling stations. We know Madame Ekefri has been reported in different polling stations, speaking as well confidently of the victory she's expecting to chalk, amongst many other things. But this is where we are at this particular point in time. Another big wig from the NDC comes through with members of parliament and all, and we will continue to keep our eyes peeled and monitor the proceedings from here now.
Well, so Eric, with the latest update from that polling station, initially, Asiedu Nketia, that's the chair for the NDC, was at the Pentecost polling station, then subsequently also the Presbyterian polling station, and now at this polling station where Eric Mawina Egbeta is, and Lajantua. Okay, now let's hear from the gentleman, the journalist from GH1 who was slapped, or was at the receiving end of that slap from the senior police officer.
It looks like you'll not be able to work. Yes, I can because one of my eyes is shaking here. The rest is shaking. I don't know what happened to me.
So what are you doing? You are
Do a medical checkup.
Work.
Yes, I can because one of my eyes is shaking here. The rest is shaking. I don't know what happened to me.
So what are you doing? You are
do a medical checkup.
Our colleague there from GH1, Banahine, and we'll get the latest update from him, and having that interaction or speaking to George Quaining, and it's the incident site where the event happened. But in the meantime, please make sure you also share a number of the streams.
Same boys that they do, but we've been very restrained in ensuring that we also go by the rules. That notwithstanding, the MPP will also help provide security to support our candidates and our people at the various polling stations, to also help give them comfort. Let the police do their part. As citizens, we also will do our part. Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, so that is Same Awuku here, and he also just finished speaking about the fact that, according to him, they are in for. He's talking about the fact that they don't want to hear that at the end of the day there's been chaos and there's been this kind of issues and all that. So we're still trying to engage a lot of the party executives that we see here at the ABLEKUMA North constituency. We've been asked to move the interviews and the conversations outside the premises to allow the voters come in and vote, because some of them, according to the security, it was sort of in a way influence their vote, or even it's even a way of campaigning, which is not allowed when it comes to elections. So we've been asked to move out. So as you can see, everybody is out of the perimeter now to do whatever engagements that they want to do here at the Odoko Methodist 1. But then to anyone who is just watching, this very location is used to be the collation center for the 2024 elections. Yes, this very center, and this is where all the chaos started until it was recollated and a whole lot, until it finally resulted in a rerun. So the number of voters expected here is 464 voters. I'm yet to confirm the number of voters that have voted so far, but that is the current situation in here at the ABLEKUMA North. We don't know what is going on, but we see everyone being asked to move.
Okay, so
okay,
I mean,
so
still...
that is still Mustafa Vande in the. We've engaged him earlier. We engaged him earlier.
So that there you have visuals coming in from the Odoko Methodist Church. That is the polling station that was used as a collation during the 2024 election. That had some violence that disrupted the process, and it is looking like an interesting spot. So our colleague Jacqueline will still be there to bring you whatever that will be going on there. I mean, you saw Samia Oku, he's a former national organizer of the party. He knows, and now he's an MP there. You also saw Bande there. You saw Miracles Abwaji, aide to Dr. Mahmoud.
National Security Election Task Force. We had a beautiful discussion over the process, how we are going to do it today at their regional office. That is their old head office. That's where the collation is going to be done. If you don't have accreditation, you cannot come near the place. I mean, before they finish all the counting of the votes and all that, we would have known the semblance of the result. It's just 19 areas. The various presiding officers will be guided by the Ghana police. In fact, the security task force, they will guide them and make sure that they bring the ballot box with the pink sheet. By that time, we would have gotten a semblance of it. There's a process put in place so that we will have it before the original pink sheets arrive. This time, we don't expect to have any violence whatsoever. Under this regime, we don't expect it. That is why the whole place has been smooth. We don't want any skirmishes whatsoever. The security is top-notch. If you want to cause trouble, the security will arrest you. And if your party leadership can, they will arrest the party leadership too. So it's better you don't even try it. Let the people cast their ballot. Let the electoral officers do their work. And then the collation will be done. We were there at 5 to see how the collation will be done. So this is a process put in place. If you look at the 2024 one, the collation was done in the constituency at one location where they attacked the place and vandalized. Today, they won't have that luxury. You won't get that luxury of trying to misbehave the way they did that one. It will be very smooth, and I can assure you a Rabna will win the seat.
Very well. Have your officers activated their body cams?
We will activate it around midday.
Oh, around midday?
Yes, normally we activate it around that time.
Is there a special reason for that?
There is a strategy. It's a strategy. People want to know the meaning. We won't tell them. When we activate it and the results start coming, they will know that the NDC and they activated the body cameras.
Right.
But have you been to some of the polling stations now, or you are yet to go to the constituency? I'm there. I've visited about 10 polling stations so far, and it's going smoothly. It's going on well. I mean, of course, I know our people, they started last minute, and they are there sharing money all over. So, but, well, we are not prepared. I mean, the people have already made their decision. They are going to vote for a Rabna. So no amount of money. You heard it yesterday. They were throwing money left and right. But who are you blaming for the vote buying? It looks like that's what you're saying. 200,000. They are just throwing money there. So are you alleging that there is sort of vote buying going on now? Well, what do you expect? If yesterday they started throwing these huge sums of money to their candidate, what is he going to use the money for? You have less than 24 hours to go for election, and you are given almost 1 million Ghana cedis. What do they expect you to use the money for? Is it not to buy the election?
Logistics.
Yeah, logistics for movement and all that. Less than 24 to facilitate people to
move agents about.
Move agents, you are talking of 19 agents, and you need 1 million Ghana cedis for 19 agents.
And to feed them, they are probably sophisticated agents.
To feed them 1 million Ghana cedis for 19 agents. Then I'm sure they will go to Kempinski or some 5-star hotel on their team. But Tango, how is the numbers looking like? Because you spoke to the MC, Kalamu. He says that it doesn't look like the turnout to be that massive in this rerun. Yes, like I told you, it's a cosmopolitan constituency. Most of the people are not indigenous of the constituency. They took advantage of the registration, and because of their marketing activities and registered. We've just did some random analysis of the register about 4 days ago, and we realized most of them don't stay in the constituency. So we need to bring them from where they are to come and vote. That's why I'm saying that it's early days or early hours yet, because some of them, because of traffic, they are still locked up on traffic. You know that place, huge traffic around before you get to the constituency. So we are pushing and getting them. By midday, the numbers will pick up. But this morning, the numbers look very sketchy because of what I just described to you. The people are not around here. Most of them are outside, and they need to come back to the constituency to vote. It will pick up, I'm sure, by midday. We are still talking. We are getting our people, prompters, to get them and bring them to come and vote. Because the more the numbers come, the more it will increase our number for us. Because we want more numbers and just hand over heavy defeat to the MPP today. But before you go, I've seen that the NDC has devised a strategy of bringing all the MCs to the area and some party bigwigs to the area. Is there a strategy of the NDC to win the election? Well, it's a communal labor. This is a communal labor. These are party activists, party executives, who have found themselves in governance, That doesn't mean that when it comes to party activities like this, they should stay and not come and assist. I mean, it's good they come and assist the process just to make sure that it's a communal labor. You know, we have to help to reset the country proper. And then so it's welcome news that all of them are here to support the process. I mean, to make sure that we carry on the agenda that we started last year and to carry it through. You know, so it's welcome news. I mean, it's good for us.
Well, thank you so much, Rashid Tanko Computer, who is the Deputy Director of Elections and IT for the National Democratic Congress. And that just is just interesting.
Yeah, it is, and it's always good to speak to Tanko. He always has a lot to share, but you can't take it away from his experience regarding
civic here. I was friends this year. Or more a whole lot before Bab, Pentecost no so. And before the big MPP so the media na and this one for no multi much change no or more bad no more we ban no question is bad. We can have what I motivating of what you best said. MPP from Pentecost. We just 19 to list greater Accra. Being a very and yet exchange 1 year a greater currency we have and yet to a ballot. It's in the mystery. Say, the follow Woofy and I'm more here for my hair or more thing or moment I don't want so moon crying. Encourage them to say, or they are also there to defend them and to support them, to pass by and motivate them to come out and vote. Among quite few, the only issue now, party, a turnout. They will tell us, we will check and see that we shouldn't worry because a 2 and more 11 for the maybe we shouldn't worry. We know, can say, no, they would want that for most of them. But the people were around. Oh, it's maybe I said the media, Cassidia, the movie, Wamba, and the GHT and the representative mental life in blue, and then yes, it was fine. It just been followed one tap, Mamba. Na MPP for no, it would say yes, that is the fact I had here was it.
Okay, sir, and Penny, are you talking about national executives and not him for because it will be a bad constituency in him say party in Penny for some who video some here which says some here there. So what can Penny for? Who are you referring to?
19 police stations in the war. Maybe my back train. Okay, my back train. The same complaint mean as opposite party 24. Or more than so we found Mukas a party 24. We MP, we see, we national executive, we executive, we see, when you move in Biana brand. In fact, Menuka said, that's a medical can buy. Yes, a party 24. But at least we will bring me. So they are able to identify that. What does it? Or my budget or my buying thing. And more cases say this is the way of the movie with that what the empty that other TV so that when you was over support. It is to all move and come 19 police stations. Higher command of Odoko, any Kwasibu, Odoko, the Kwasibu, just less than 10 minutes drive from Kaneshi to her. It's a crime. It's a more motivating for what they say. You need more. 14 out of 19 police stations. MPP stronghold. But the people are not moving to vote. Almost a move about one to and this was what a more so and no more 500 here when you got up an MPP. It is their consul.
And Nipanoa Abba Hono, Amo Hefa. MP before now, Baho Fiti and Drana, Mentiase because minimum Kujayaba. Sir, okay, my mention, my nature will be so, Mahu a year to appear. Honorable Apia, for my MP. Honorable Apia, but I mentioned said, hold on, my mention, hold on, I mean. Okay, so God has been con ewo ABLEKUMA NORTH na o say turnout no aye low and you see yan kan okre say na 2024 election year anytime a turnout ni low bia no e favor NDC4 because ho MPP stronghold enti ho ABLEKUMA NORTH enipa 10 bia to aba emo 6 and 7 ebeto ma MPP enti anytime bia obon say turnout ni low no na a favor NDC4 and the man nipa be close to 20,000 anko to aba in the last election because nipa to aba ma Shilaba tells them emu be 20,000 anko to aba what don saka no
what inside the yes of so chair MP4 police agents na wo no and no what chair ma budget what ba say pay back dia me alert na ti me ediko but I didn't say two issues. Turn out to know our form kakra our form second one so me say MP from penny for no according to me baha no ma wa no for no pa no mo cheche o mo say dem MP from penny for me baha 3 police stations na go ma ba at least me hu ya me hu Mustafa Gbandi me hu Dinobo City president ya me hu Obakaya omu bebe no mu attitude police person no so ta branch 10 gram ko bi no
yeah ni o ka so be kun presiding officer wahu abranche no council be kun presiding officer no
but almost me
wahu no ho
ma hu no ho what you say
wanya kuduro ene o committee electoral offense no ene ye to aba no wasanya kuduro nso asa ba ho I see.
Okay. Me but hold on. Me who you dey for that for a while. Also keep to but na ene trust on me phone ya.
You. Ofori Martin. You so far hefa no wa fa dey na nso ehu.
Kwaku me ko odoko odoko chipa no omo wo Europa sorry ne mienu AMP B no ewo betre esoro ho wode fama adeko awoshi ho ana no so ewo baby a Crystal TV edeko nkane baby a Aliu Mahama eke no na kwaku ne wom ni se o papa obeka sebe previous NPP party no mpenifo ene ekitafo a omo ba se omo beboa na dwumedi na akoso no kwaku obeka se eho no omunim ho kesa wo kwa ni na aban a ewo so ekitafo ene timamufu ewo ho ana mu ina ba betwafu ho kese line ni de omo to aba no ekoso kakra mu ye hide na so wo hwe no ma kwaku ekoso etira from power say MPP mpenifo ewo constituency ana say national omo abaha no omo ina ma omo anita ho no mebebre na ekoso kwaku me fi ho no me san ba odoko station ho no enu preji asori omo de sepe blocks wa se no omo de ndu atwafo na eho no biaba ahodo bebre wo ho timeba no na meninam mountain mu ho na mani bebo biaba bi so kwaku me ka say me tu ho no me aka se mani ya gani kwaku kan kofo che wo ho edi manfo so mo fanko to aba no me se abante ba ko de na adi card issue me butu ntino ni ni tresu ameye na me ti a so ka se ma jimi de we e be che ku efiri yan sapa 8 years ni hu hwe wa ha over 20 something years ni hu hwe wa ha e be che mu yan sapa kwaku me se MPP 24 any party executive to one national e wo constituency ha omo mo ni da ho na no ma e kwotoro kwaku e de pa me na da
Ofori eyasem pa ye beda mase mo de mo fom ani eni akiri na yenhwe ni besi wo why
Medasi kwako.
aha nso medasi pa nti yenua god na sarbedi akon ene oforiata ene ya tiom kanabo so first one is enipa eto aba no wo fam ap akoto aba no
megide se enra no yaye ye bia nene no it's early days yet you were close to about 5 hours I'm say adwuma we ne yade a yade ehia yen anu ntino sabri betutu asere mra se bedwafo ni ade nyina me fi ape me ko ho sebe police stations no omon police stations na soso enti emfa say each police station kura no MPs be 5 efa each police station na ye nante ko fiefie mun ne ade eko twetwe mo ba I'm sure say be baby enti no ye encouraging crofo ye mpani for say ye momodia enko fiefie mu na ye nto sanfrem na omomra ameboa na ye abato no
me ba me hwa ade Gordon hello Gordon aha o say
me say kono buju apia
okay only ni nkomo kakra
okay all right honorable but I want to say you why you me ho papa who look young be that say be say I will about the honorable draft I would how many times was trainer me ko 8 years 8 years okay the honorable could be 2 over oh I want to go private okay and me read I just say na and then would the hard now would you for more than that to say so far the I calm, I cool. Okay. The process is ongoing. I feel say at the end of the day, no, the way I didn't do the winning. And so far as I have strong here, I come back up percent them in the winning. It is the way they no more food now. It's this test again for all MPP for yeah. This time say can't you talk maybe I can win here. That is the actual thing. Okay. Patch on them for yes, when you remote katra. I go in here. After the number that we have the number that ABLEKUMA North. Yeah. It will be probable. After this process, after this elections, you know, yes, from yes, coffee, yes, patcho. To get quite move about me 1 year, take a poll. Obi biaro e plagba bia obu kotoje no Ghana for a year for the bar no be sorry. Apart from that, there's nothing we can happen. Say 14 out of the 90 police stations in the MPP stronghold. But I hadn't it as a channel to know for me today. I had koye NDC almost stronghold kakra. My prima media NDC for a topu ye kakra. But the Gadin dia let's say level crampa don't be a very slow magic crapper. Other ones are there for us to get to the apex. It's 1 mile more the catcher. Who from Mura? Yeah, probably. Yakob biara no fan cheyin at the end of the day when this is project to test for you it's all dia no sacrifice no mun ye job tenti maye no mun ya se baye security on first can kitchen what you here on first can some tonche so be gbadin din ni say the end no we carry the deal all right the on up here I'm in the also up around the police station to picture for the meantime.
Okay, me da say Gordon so honorable do appear ono ene ba after honorable Kwame Nabatel so ono call 2 terms we na honorable akua free so honorable there's a ohwe a part no say anytime MPP will be on general election or primaries
yes
so do appear lusu primaries
and na e ma hu say a stronghold the since 92 yanko nti ndisi nya so ko tra ye no that constituency is ours nti no and then your vote no anko suru bebe nyina no na ma kire mu say eyade a the whole Ghana is here nti no enne no enkrofo ani ate ehunu say yanko to aba ndisi for betena akonyam na mo de hagene nti the people must come out to vote.
My George Nyako eni enkomo George Nyako ewo ABLEKUMA North. George, good morning.
Good morning, officer.
George, now who you there?
Yankopon do me wo ho.
Ya Yankopon ase. Fa na police station be na ojina sisi a. Na den e koso.
Me wo Living Spring Polling Station B.
Okay.
I hear one of the 19 police stations na here to about so.
Pa ye information say na ebinim aba ye 10 year my way so mudin ni register nim.
Ya no correct because I want no ye wo polling station no ABC. Eti aya wo mo wo A and C no wadwen ye wo me say wo ka ho. Eti wo ba no wo hwe code number na no ka kire me say wontumi nto aba na okofie. On gidigidi bian si ho so far.
Na nipa send to about ho.
Nipa 240. Nipa 240 ne to about ho.
Na so far send out to.
So far 120 na to.
Okay.
120 makwaji afi.
Okay. So it means mo ne ye. So me fan say half ato. Inya mo media nya so but half of the registered voters na to.
Half ato. Me no can say what a bit more to aka ho a ebe more than half mpo. Me no can say here.
Okay. What one people penny bi ho?
NPP penny a me ho no ha no ye polling station executives no me constituency executives but national executives back okra ni wa me ho no.
Apart from national executive, MPB, region B and IBB hu bi a ho.
Dabi region and then national me hu bi wa ha.
I see. Security okay.
Security me timi aka say very very okay. Our hapa security our ha no me kan ha mani me hu police for be say 30 to 35. Our one polling station.
Okay. Yate so we say ho ye na nkrofo to abane dia na ndie ye better was but apart from ho na Fabio na akoye na situation it saying.
Yes. Me call three mami polling station A and B. I was doko. I also na at the phone boko with DNC ho. After me san call Adam mami bakubi. I see a jedu. I want to me say Abrante bi she kamo. Police phone tare ne bi aye kire no. Eti pinten kakra ba ho bet. Eno na say na police phone person waje na tare no. Eti amanfo ba ho ma wo mo pa cho ma nipa no ekofie. Wa meto aba ne bi onye obi obeto aba. O twamo ho na police phone na tare no. Eti sa na esi ho. So far we bia science hobio. DVLA polling station and also awoshi because ho e ho se eboko police fu bebre ne go ho wo mo to aba ne de kam ya say e ho kra de ya to aba na wie na ansa but emre na nso say ye be bobo nti na ho aye din sa no nti police fu.
Okay minya me that's why nti mo fa mani eni akire na ye besi bia so no ye be san aba na ye no aba be din komo why
yo me that's it.
During the collation on December 7, we're seeing a similar situation here, so uncalled for.
And you could tell that is why the police service
is
church
absolutely overwhelmed.
They can't do anything about it.
They are unable to do anything.
And you could see they are still attacking people.
It looks like the candidate is being attacked. Earlier we saw Mavis Hawakumsen, the former minister, also attacked.
Fisheries,
she was literally on the floor, on the ground, and I mean, this is
these
chaotic.
men coming out, we do not know where they are coming from, and this is very sad. Initially, the indication was that the church that the polling station is at now was really not in support of giving their space out for this exercise to happen. And that is what we are seeing on screen right now. This is so
exactly
unfortunate.
What the church stood on to take that decision, not to open up the auditorium to the Electoral Commission to conduct the exercise. And clearly the same thing is happening again. Jude, what are you seeing? What can you tell us? What is happening? Where is the MPP candidate? Where is Mavis Hawakumsen?
The MPP, Nana, it's absolute chaos here.
Clearly.
The MPP candidate I've seen with my eyes has been assaulted. She's bleeding. She's in tears. They are holding her, crying uncontrollably. The police obviously seem helpless in all of this.
Clearly, they've been
I was
overpowered.
talking to some party officials of the MPP and they had to literally run for their lives. The media ourselves, we had to look for shelter when this happened.
Create the people to play mischief, because half of supporters, they'll try their possible best to play mischief.
So we're bringing to you live pictures of Odoko polling station, or the Odoko police polling station. Okay. The Methodist Church in Odoko, so the Odoko Methodist Church. And this incident is happening live, and it looks like an incident has erupted. Some level of chaos. And Stanley Niblewu, what can you tell us, Ni?
A couple of minutes ago, but let me report what is happening now. As I speak to you, the entire electoral process has come to a halt because a couple of minutes ago, some tax came down from a pickup. Now they are about to fled the scene. They have gone back in the pickup truck and they are about to fled the scene. But then, when they came once they alighted from the bucket of the pickup, then they started assaulting people. I must say that the police have been so helpless, despite their numbers on the ground. They've been so helpless to the point that the tags that came in were able to forcefully barge into the auditorium. That is the Methodist Church polling station. They were able to barge into the polling station, where by then Hawa Kumsin was also present at the polling station. They beat this woman in the pocket, they kicked this woman, and they kicked her in the groin. She fell down, and they started beating her into a pop. It was, the entire situation was so messy. As I speak, another fight has broken, and another fight has broken. This is free for all fight. At a point, a journalist from Joy News was even assaulted in the process because she was taking shots. As I speak, Charlie, it's a pathetic thing to see. It's thing to see actually, because it be like a free for all fight. Everybody is fighting. Both NPP and NDC tax are fighting. They have actually seen the process, and the police are here in their numbers. They are most of them, from what I'm saying, they are not armed, and so they have to call in some reinforcement this time around to augment their numbers so they can throw this the violence that is actually being perpetrated here by the tax. For now, I can't say a fact that it's NDC or NPP tax, but what I can report is that these people, once they came in, they started assaulting. As I speak, our commission has been taken to the back of the premises so that they will come here down so that they can resuscitate her. I can't tell her condition, the situation or the condition in which she is in now, because some police officers are with her over there, and the entire process has halted, and I don't know for a fact that this thing can continue today. Some NDC members are here, NCP members are here, and actually the situation is so messy. It's so messy.
Describe the messy situation. So, how Akumson, on the other hand, is there, but these individual tags, where did they come from? And is anybody around the incident site where you are that seem to know them or relate to them in any way?
No, I don't know them because they came in. There is this information that I spoke to Samir Uku earlier, and Samir Uku said in that interview that I posted on the page, Samir Uku had said that the NDC tax are actually intimidating them. NDC tax are actually intimidating them, and so this time around they are not going to. They come with their full arsenal to support their member of their parliamentary candidate so that she can win. So currently, as I speak, the tax are fleeing from the scene. So from that interview,
the police
gave the impression that they have been. Some people give the impression that they have been.
Stanley Niblewu, the police, the tags are known. They've entered the premises. The police are not clamping them down or swooping on them and then arresting them. You mean the police are incapacitated?
Like I did indicate earlier, the police were so helpless. They couldn't do anything because when you look at the forceful exuberance that these people exerted on the police at the gate, the police shield or wall that they erected at the gate to the premises, they were able to overpower the police and they just back in. Currently, as I speak, the electoral officers who are representing over the entire process have actually fled the scene. They've left the ballot box. 3 police officers are now policing the ballot box. Everybody has left. The police are scattered, and if I should say, they are so helpless at the moment. There must be a reinforcement to calm the situation.
Okay.
All we saw were that we saw some accident enter the premises.
And again, we're bringing to you pictures of this incident, and it is the Odoko Methodist Church, the polling station there, where we're now reporting Stanley Nible, who our lead reporter on ground, is indicating and narrating that a gang of individuals, looks like macho men or thugs, on the back of a pickup truck invaded the premises of the Odoko Methodist Church and then quickly swooped onto the polling station there that's being managed by the Electoral Commission, with, it looks like, now running helter-skelter, personnel of the Ghana Police Service just incapacitated or incapable of stopping them, leading to even the former Member of Parliament as well as a former Minister, Howard Kumsin, in the process being run down, kicked, and we're told that nearly passing out, according to what is being reported by our reporter. There's every indication that she then had been unwell, would have to be attended to. Whether resuscitated will be another matter. But so far, there's every indication that chaos has erupted. The Odoko Methodist Church polling station, voting disrupted, now halted in the meantime, and we want to get towards the end of this matter, or the end of this matter, to get to know whether arrests have been made. Clearly, you could see the police service personnel just now even holding themselves back and not even getting close to the action area that ideally should have been their type of responsibility based on their rudimentary training, to be able to clamp down on these thugs who had invaded the premises of the Odoko Methodist Church. Doesn't look good, hasn't looked good since the narration by our reporter on ground. And we will get to know where these thugs are coming from and then expect the police to effect arrests as soon as possible. And talking about the police and the decisions that need to be taken there by the hierarchy of this police concerning operations and incidents so far. This is the second incident in a row. The first being a journalist from GH1, Banahene, slapped by a senior police officer sent there for supervision at that polling station, and we're being told he is in charge of the Adenta Police Command, and subsequently the police Public Affairs Directorate has issued a statement. It indicates that the police has monitored the viral video. But apart from being a viral video, there was a live video right here also on TV3 and 3FM Election Command Center, in which one of, they say, officers were seen assaulting a reporter This reporter is one Banahene with GH1, and they go on to say the officer concerned has been withdrawn from the ongoing election duty that he's posted to at ABLEKUMA North and is in line with internal disciplinary procedures, has been interdicted and referred to the Police Professional Standards Bureau, as the PPSB, for investigations. They then conclude that the police service would like to assure the public that a thorough investigation will be conducted into this vexed matter, and further actions will then be communicated based on updates. Clearly signed by officials of the police service. And in this instant, Richmond Mensah, an assistant superintendent of police for the Public Affairs Directorate, he's a director there, has signed the statement. And this is just coming thick and fast. A lot of actions being taken, more that needs to be taken by the hierarchy and the operational command that has been detailed for this, this rerun. And again, the rerun is just at 19 polling stations, and we're told that the individuals on the roll should not be more than 6,800 or so. So just in excess of some 6,000 voters on that voters list to cast their ballot today. And doesn't look good so far. The first incident where the reporter from GH1 trying to hold his ground, that he was just performing his duty, and it looks like within that period, a slap coming on the face quickly towards his eyeballs or the eye socket area. And if you look at the close-up pictures that has been taken by our reporters on ground, indicating there's been some blisters. And subsequently, we have coming in from the Police Public Directorate or Public Affairs Directorate, a statement that is indicating, communicating not only to the media but the general public, that an action of interdiction and thorough investigations will or has been taken against this police officer. And our own sources is indicating this police officer is with, if not managing the Adentan division of the Ghana Police Service. Well, we're still on this matter. And who was on? Okay, you. What do you make of this?
I mean, this is
not shocking, but again, not expected.
The fact that only 19 polling stations, the police couldn't manage this, and this thing should happen is clearly a pointer to the fact that we have a long way to go. I believe that, of course, our democracy is still evolving, but if after 32 years or 33 years, we still have this kind of situations at hand, then it means, as I said, we would have to do things. For me, you have to have a real look at our electoral processes and laws to ensure that some of these things are kept. Other than that, every 4 years or every other time that we will be having elections, we'll continue to see some of these things. So
shelter somewhere, you do that. But the moment you realize there's a group of young men coming towards you, it's advisable you leave that particular area to a safe place. You can zoom in the camera and record from there. It's advisable to do that. Other than that, you take shelter within some security personnel whom you know can salvage the situation in case of anything. But it's advisable that you don't get involved. Just don't get too near to the situation where the chaos is happening. Move away from that place, and then at least this first instance protective mechanisms can save your life.
if you look at the statement the police put out yesterday, they said, in addition to police station security, police will monitor vehicular and pedestrian traffic around the voting areas. Strategic barriers will be mounted to prevent unauthorized access to polling centers. Can we say the police have failed because of what we just saw?
We are using their word against them. Strategic barriers.
Jackie, Minia ba Jackie. Okay, where the only Jackie ebe Juma ewa ha okan ho yenuanom a womo ebo Jackie ma obeye Juma wa ha no na womo de na hyeka mu no Abraham mentimo ase gidigidi ni sie no sutura ekọ no womo abo abayo ebi aba bepie mu ewa ha enye asem keto akora womo kira pepper spray ana aka abayo no eni pepper spray ana aka neni pepper spray na aka neni oh abayo ne prapa enye asem keto womo san ebo ni blows enye asem keto akora womo bo ni blows enye asem keto ye boy homo den se ene o manfo ewa ha de sie ni bi no womo hu ye Central region.
Prince Ousu no. Ya mane bone ya odi amane boy Brenti Joy News reporter. Let's get quite intern. A national service for Abia.
Look,
ne ma we kura be kemu me ka say adwuma enye jai okoye ye day
occupational hazard nintino
you don't kafra bra kafra obufa dem bra eti mane nko
amona pray gudiem da
ore kafra da
LGBT
amane foi de odu omachia me share bi sa wa
central region
masumsi ya saw nothing when su nyina yo who are you you know say election me ma say
stadium from your innovation
enye but we see them because we need to have a second look at election security e wo my way or say asahwe ne biem
ye ko to aba police for no my meetings my yenhihye 19 polling stations pe
yeah, I see another basa bi says, yeah, most of your TV so. Hey.
Marirano mentimo ase esi wa ha ema ne nam so ma wo manfo bi ebobo sotro ema yenua ba ono edi ne dwumadi e Joy News no hwe ena mo hwe mentimo ase bi koso ho mo hwe aposifo ne o manfo gidigidi na esi wo ho no enya asem ketua o enya asem ketua kura mentimo ase bi koso wa ha enya asem ketua menua bema enne abato ekoso ablekuma rerun enya asem ketua yenim de ekoso ewa ha a enuanum yi se wo mo pese wo mo eko inside baby a wo mo eto aba no bambo ho nso sem enna from kraposifo no so ni abrepa ehwe se wo mo emma obia emonwem ewo eye gate na no enti ye boy ho modern se ene central fo bi enuanum bi ebedi nkomo Jackie na ye bi so mo de esiye ewo ha bi na mini aba Jackie ye no ni nkomo kakra na wo ha de esiye no ni nkomo de na esiwa
so na ye hu se na mo bo lady bi wo the other side ho and my colleague back no ono na ye digital media nti na me ko twe na manaba because na ye chaotic wo ho mi dru ho na a guy no midru hona na guy no ebo ni blow say iti me kwa na me bi no so pushi me asa obo me colleague oba no obo ni blow when ni mama na ni wenya ska e won ni ase ha say ogina ho wanye hwe wen cha hwe na police woni na agina so eno anu na eno a owie ya obo ni blow back na ma ni na ye red ama ni ase na echa
na yenyane tiese mentimu asibisi wa mrashebejeni ma kane mrashebejeni ma utu senya is hawakum simbepie wa eno nso no de na koso wa
initially eno na ye channel eno na yehu yan so mu na barre mo so mo pen wo inside nti yehu yan say na ne ma bebre koso e bi koso outside e bi koso ha say nti ne koba ya ne say yehu yan say afedi omu man tokwana omu si tokwana no na yehu say nkofo bebre apie na that was what happened omu yi ne hwe ho some videos be online omu yi hawakum sin hwe na yehu nkofo
e wa ABLEKUMA NORTH na target ni nyina akọ say omu hwe mpanifo bi ti say omu akọ atake yenu aba honorable hawakum sin na ade a na planting because nipa na ofre me ana oni me kasa say be ya yempe your boys be from outside na o me be for security no because this is what they have planned some be attacking na they say nyina say say honorable akusin e baaye no e na ofre ye mame afiye say o oni nko rounds it rounds mo kono no amu be wura inside na nkofo no e chase e bowura ho they are about more than 30 and who said to the police tina ho as a be inform ho the besibia eti on say MPP say yetimi block this kind of noise is going on there. We should get our men ready. Now, I say boot for boot, tat for tat, or trouble to study. And this 2028, I'm telling you, what these people are planning will be even worse than what we are seeing. It is a yempeni follow 8 years, na omo they said, or ebi omo pe power be more, ye. It is omo nya ready, omo enya payen. Na ye no omo be specify because kwaya say oman ya nyina akiti ya esi ye dot democracy na ye head ye no ma head koso en say asofofo ene omo so omo ye de tia yasum no omo ye din head ye koso omo ye din na ye hwese 2028 na sa adiwe koso na yeso ye banta ye hwe obi a or the also or software now you different now abekatia no ma head e koso isi na ye blame obi ase blame isi ye blame isi no say ade a 3 police stations na kai no mutimi declare ankasa nkwasase we nyina ye de emma because oma ya waje say oh they say power na ye de anti de pe bia ene ye say nyina wa ha no mo si ye obi embande the vigilante group and MPP ye nam say ye do manity ye boys ni nyina ye dey ye sake wo mu nyina ene hwe de 80 we ya efutu sem we ye warning ema ye party no ye penny for the ready ye dey ready ya ye ready pa
honorable kumsi honorable Eku Afie wen
oni ye honorable akumsi nyina na
ne ye bo mbom.
Yes, do say footage now. Who say omu eba ya no mu hu say so mu nim hawa kumsi. Eto omu pia honorable Afie. Eto omu pia na boys no bi e sha say omu attack honorable hawa kumsi. Ba ku twa na fe. E na ba ku tia no na ba ku so e twe no. Do say footage na a police for the gina ho. Police for the gina ho
I see a very sad situation and I who ending very sad. Meaning I made that say we are told say Joy News for a correspondent so all grounds or Marco Bono or Dr. Methodist Joy News for correspondent and also you say Oma Bunufun from or Dr. Methodist in Timpachonia Mushi Honorable Mavis Hawa Kumsen and Eku Afie amukọ ho ni mranti anomo ni omonam no na NDC tax no atigu omoso no we are told say car no a ede mranti na ebebo hawa kumsin by no na a police tundra with registration number GP 3978 G 3978 a police tundra ono na de macho men for the buy on bebo how akumsin ewo ehonom no bebo how akumsin asante pacho how akumsin video no baby ana omo tiatia no fam awi a o soro no obetimi esan de atoso biom ma atiefo ehu a nti obehu se honorable Mavis how akumsin former MP for ho ye ewutu senya east one obehu se oda ho a de abo ha nti ni womo yi no de afifem honorable
I'm saying, man, you trust on that.
No, I
could heard you, man. Because I be, you see what you with me.
Yeah.
We'll be in chat and fata. Hey, 19 police stations.
See, honorable.
That police for Jejao, and where we took Jejao.
Now, police car, and any panababa police car, and I didn't call for the so called national security with registration number GP 3978. On a day, boys and the buyer, some mebo how comes in Crawford. And you see, where without provocation. Osha how a commission here be a Ujina, any baby or near
Baby, arrest her. Monso mo arrest yom. Dan se mo babu mo. Na mo fo se obi ehu ho.
Okay, gonna send a video. You say I was so central NDC chairman. We're making a guessing. We're making some comments. Inti on my memo sa video no in Jesse disconnect where in memo sa we are na fi meja kwan na watimi akọ abusia so what me kan ha ye wuntu me radio 95.9 any movement TV I was so I was so a friend say ABLEKUMA North rerun and on abu we nyina no ye de husumbo bebo electoral commission ya catch rewo say electoral commission what say wonya security. Okay, me TV voice win me.
The chiefs of army, but we can all tell what an army uniform is.
So you've already answered your question that it looks like a military uniform, which is not a military uniform.
But you agree with me that in such period where we're having such volatile election, people should be mindful of what to wear so we can identify who a professional security personnel is.
And so with the question that you are asking, were they on the field or the house? So they were in the house when the police approached them. It's you. I'm also going around.
Okay. So what I'm saying is the said man was standing some few meters away from the police station. All right. But who are you? Which group is this?
Which group?
Yes.
The group.
But I can see.
I'm a constituency chairman.
They are coming in their number. There appear to be some stalemates. The police obviously not using force, trying to use dialogue to engage them. Trying to use dialogue to engage them. There's been an order. It seems they are retreating again. It's clearly a show of force. It's absolute chaos.
It's clearly a show of force, trying to tell the police that
this is absolute chaos.
If they want, they can. And just to let them know that they are able to overpower them. It's a show of force. And that's why you have them make a first, a second, chaos. And a third attempt. Each attempt, there will be increasing the force they are applying. It's just a strategy that they use to intimidate. It's not right. Because clearly, this is not right.
I must say that the police standby team is however in check. They are fully clothed. They have their shields with them. They are waiting for that final call. In fact, at a point they were called, but some senior commanders asked them to hold on. So they have not been called. Okay, Nana, FPU trucks The police have brought in some FPU trucks here. It's very tense. It's very chaotic. The police are here in their numbers. Now you can say they are full strength because some tanks are coming in here to contain the situation. Now they've cleared these trucks that had the police officers on. They are making their way to the entrance. They are making their way to the entrance of the St. Peter Society Methodist Church.
Dude, do you still see the pickup vehicles that brought these men?
Some of them are here, but the numbers we witness has moved. And like I said, the tank that is on the road now cleared a couple of vehicles that had blocked the road earlier. They said that they were going to clear. We've seen the ambulance service also come here, apparently for some persons who were injured in that assault. So it's still very chaotic here. Still very, very chaotic here. It seems some level of calm has been restored, but the tensions are still very high. The police are here in their numbers, but the clear show of force from these very well-built men, is making things quite difficult for them in terms of bringing the situation under control. For the very second attempt where they made or, tried entering the place, it was some party officials, Mustafa Gbande and Eduji Tamaklo, who I saw trying to calm them so as to not have them, even assault police officers, even though that particular, act happened early on when they broke into the ABLEKUMA North St. Peter Society Methodist Church. But Nana, voting, like I already or earlier reported, has come to a complete halt, and there's no indication whatsoever that it will continue again.
We see some sort of engagement ongoing. What could this be? Is this Juji addressing the press, or is he engaging?
Responsibilities on us, and we will do everything to ensure that there's utmost peace. Yes.
Thank you. And Director of
So yes, that's Godwin Eduji Tamaklo, who as well has been speaking to us, providing details as to exactly what it is that's been playing out, and they are not even allowing the media to be present. What this has done is to an extent as well affected the process as well, in terms of what it is that we're witnessing, the voting process as it continues to play out. The big question which will be left to be asked is whether or not persons who are expected to vote, persons who are expected to come through, whether or not now they will be wanting to make their way here. But as at now, as we speak, it does appear that there is a certain level of calm which has reached this Methodist church, Accra Diocese of St. Peter Society here at Odoko. It's been a tense last few minutes, I must say, as we've had the trouble of seeking to, as ourselves media persons, ascertain really what it is that we've seen play out. As it stands, it looks like the ballot paper is being protected by officials of the Ghana Police Service. We're getting indication that there is another set of guys who are moving towards this particular polling station. There's been police reinforcement. We've seen foreign police unit trucks that have come through as well. And then there are more and more supporters who are now by themselves marching in a direction which we do not understand, and that's Malik Basentale, who I believe is working with his men or his supporters, and we'll seek to get an understanding as well pretty shortly as to whether or not they are here as well to partake in the process. But there are a lot more police officers which we're expecting to see, a number of them in the buses there, as some continue to protect the ballot box, which has a number of votes cast in it already. It's been a tense few minutes where we will shortly speak to eyewitnesses as well and get first-hand accounts from persons who were here and witnessed everything play out. We will try and return to Godwin Eduji Tamakula as well shortly, and then bring his perspective to you as well again, because there's been series of allegations or a number of claims made by different individuals, claims of pepper spray coming into effect at this particular polling station, allegations of assault against individuals and persons in the opposition party, amongst many other things. A lot of things have been said which will require a bit more understanding from us in relation to what played out. And so what it is that we're going to take you back in studio and then show you what exactly it is that played out here, which has resulted in all of the tension, the heightened security presence, which is currently ongoing. So let's take you back in studio, see for ourselves what exactly it is that played out, and then we'll return to the grounds and begin to get first-hand account as to what really happened and why we're at this point with all of the tensions and police presence as well. And so let's see that, and then we'll return shortly.
Right, so clearly it tells you that it's not been easy, especially trying to provide security for a very simple civic exercise of just go and cast your ballot and go home. Let's engage Mawana Egbeta again, who is on the ground. Egbeta, we saw that where you were standing, there seemed to be relative calm there, and we've just seen what must have been the situation before we crossed over to you. What can you tell us at the moment? Is the situation the same or relative calm is returning? Right, so we are trying to get a connection to Eric Mawana Egbeta, and from what you saw a few minutes ago, it tells you that although it is just 19 out of over 200 polling stations, it simply seems to justify why up until now, 7 months on, a constituency does not have a representation in parliament because either the people or the parties or the leadership of the parties or those in charge of security have reneged on their responsibility. And right through yesterday, when we were building up to today's coverage, we got information from a number of key voices who advised the police to take this very seriously. It was a test of the Ghana Police Service's ability to provide simple security for a national exercise. Let's see if we have a good connection now to Eric Mawana-Egbeta, who is our man around the Methodist polling station, polling center, where we've seen quite some chaos break out right from the time voting started. But reports we've got from the other polling centers indicate that it's been very peaceful and smooth since 7 when voting started. And about 4 hours into the exercise, a number of the polling stations are proving difficult for the police service to manage. And although there is backup, probably they are trying to read the situation properly before they ask the backup to also come in. We have some experts on our desk who will be helping us do those analysis. But Eric Mawana-Egbeta, I was asking whether where you are reporting from the situation is better now. And so all these are images from the ABLEKUMA North constituency, various aspects of it, and you know that 19 polling stations within the constituency are having their election rerun for various reasons, and the EC, we're told, got there as early as possible. So you can still see that although this is more like a playback of what has happened, it's become quite an uphill task for the security services, and hopefully Egbeta can hear me now. Eric, what can you report? Do we have a better situation now?
Na yebu mai ye tietia ha kumse na yebu ai Chris no mu nkofo a moko bai. What is that? Anu na ehwe na ujiri se wu konfo no ai na ntwe ne dua ankar na tui na wu konfo ya waje a wode komu se ebedu nsa na dodo se ne bedu nsa. Ananu se bisi wo ye friend say ayewa so wesu gon na senya na se na bisi wo ha 19 police stations and then ye bubu ni mu twa bi ni mu kan brio man so na ya frɛ oba besi enti na ya frɛ mema pick up bed 20 na ya bɛbo oba enti ye meme na mo ya me ma me awo mbema ba ko pa me da ma me ensam na wo bu mi nua bai sa me pen DC a wo ye sure say akina meka akoto aba ma NDC sa me pen PP a wo ye sure say akina meka akoto aba ma NDC. What is that? We are coming to mahu ya bu binimu na mejina ya bu ai ha okumsi ya butu butu ni huri fa fence so butu butu ni se wa meto aba wa hai na busa mehu minua Anthony Nikonu ha busa za Anthony Nikonu watu aba wa ha mehu minua ai ebran sai ebinimu andi zibo no bebre ni ye minua no mehu anum bi wa ha omutu aba wa ha arena ha onko aba ha de a eno e butabu. What is that?
Pacho Medase. Let's try and get. Okay.
I was here when I arrived at the scene here. I learned she has been here already, and they've allowed her to go straight to the center. And she went back and came like she wanted to go to the place again, which the police are not supposed to allow her. So imagine you are not voting over here. We are all here as the supporters, right? So if the people are even coming with force, you're not supposed to even start using pepper spray on them. And you can't resist. They are men. There is nothing you can do. So all of us, we are here to support. We are all standing outside. You've been there already. So why are you going there for the second? What are you going to do the second time? That's what is causing the chaos right now. What is she going to do the second time? You've been there already. All of us, we are here as supporters, coming from Konkatamato constituency. I'm here to support my party. All the way from you've been there already. What is she going to do? So she's the cause of all this one.
And the people said, right? They want her out. That's all what they want. Yeah.
So that's what that
the pepper spray. That means she came well prepared.
Right. And the intel we are getting she.
Okay, thank you. So we'll try and get a bit more in terms of what has happened, because the accounts continue to differ, and in a very politically charged atmosphere like this, the account will be different. And so we will seek to get a bit more as well from everyone and what's played out. But also now I say they are now here.
Oh, na me hu ya ne say hawa kunsin ba hanom en won be kasa kasa wa ha kakra. Ono ba be kasa kasa be tell say kasa na ankoye. And na ma akoma no story ya bibia ye pintim wa ha. And so kakra me so me hu ya.
Before Obeba no na had to say
na haiku bibia idadin wa ha. But oba no aka say no I say the din ye da baby dada. And oba ha san be ye ne ma ba ku mienu wa ha na ankoye no. E na ma akoma no ko soro a bode ya bone kakra. Ya bone kakra.
Me da say no panyin also dey na hu ye.
Oh, dey mi hu ye nyina na say Ghana police nyaade. Because how comes in Abaha, Patra for constituency before Ansana Oba say. And to say a question about a to no crowd, and you obia or Docobia to be. Ye only Pabi or Mutubi. And to the Dean count, and now money remarkable super pepper spray. Ever hammer or Yene as you are say. And you say, Ghana police Mujina near Boo be crowd Mutimin Koso because government or Honey Tiamu can't Mutimin Koso. Ombia Nipa. The Bibisa here. The business is Ghana police more almost on them. No, we just say, Yababu be a Priana Sana, Yafana Hospital. That's it.
Right, and so that's his version of account as well. Martin was seeing a number of the individuals continue to mount up along the entrance to the polling station. Not quite clear what is prompting them to return to the entrance again, but this is the situation as we have it, Martin. A lot more persons continue to come in. I've seen the former NHI CEO who was also present, and for now it's a lot more of persons affiliated and associated to the NDC who continue to be around. For now, voting has almost come to a halt at this particular spot, even as we continue to observe the happenings in and around this place, Martin.
Egbert, I'm sure many who are following would also want to find out what's the genesis of all this. How did it start? Was it because of the presence of one person, or clearly something must have triggered this unfortunate confusion we are seeing at the moment? And now we see a lot of bystanders who are also observing. But can you tell us the backstory of what must have started all of this?
So Martin, what it is that we're learning of is that the presence of Hawa Kumsin appeared to have raised the tension levels a bit high. So from the eyewitness accounts we've received, she made her way here first for the first time and was accorded the courtesies and made her way inside and observed proceedings and then left, and returned again shortly to witness again what was supposed to happen, which is like making a second appearance again. Then the supporters affiliated to the NDC said they did not want to see her at the polling station again, and they began to get a bit aggressive, getting close to her amongst many other things. And from the eyewitness account, when she felt a bit unsafe, she brought out a pepper spray and used it on these individuals, which then triggered a lot of what we've seen, which is allegations of assault and the likes, which has been widely reported. From the eyewitness account, that is what has generated into this controversy. And then there's been a lot more of supporters who've gotten wind of the fact that she's here, and there were tensions simmering amongst many other things, which has piqued their interest, and they've all made their way here. Reason for which, for over the last 30 plus minutes, voting has come to an end. There's been reinforced police presence as well, and everything has pretty much come to a standstill of some sort. When we were inside a short while ago, we saw that the police had taken absolute control of the entire area and were guarding even the ballot boxes as well, and it's implement that voting is not happening as we speak. Eduji Tamakula as well was here. He spoke to a number of the individuals and was calming tempers and insisting that what must happen is that they are the government in power. He was speaking to journalists a lot earlier that they are the government in power. It's not in their interests as well to see things degenerate, and so it's urgent for calm amongst a number of the persons he identified to be affiliated with the NDC, Martin.
Eric Maonagbeta, thank you for keeping very close tabs on that for us. We'll definitely be coming back to you as and when we have new developments. But like we indicated, we have men dotted across those 19 polling centers, and I will be updating you as and when something does come up. But we'll be with you between now and until polls close and counting, sortation, and declaration is done, because we are your election command center. Like I indicated also, I am here with my colleagues Beatrice Edu and then also Helen Apia Ampofo. She has her guests with her, and we'll dive straight into the conversations. We are your election command center. Hello, Helen.
Hello, Martin, and thank you for that, and you are absolutely right. This is your election command center. We're making sure that you're kept abreast with every single thing that happens in the ABLEKUMA North constituency. But let's come back right here in studio. I'll introduce my guest to you, and then we'll get talking. A lot is happening across the different polling centers, some 19 of them, where some 6,000 constituents will be taking part in
Oh, police penny, commander, divisional commander. Uncle for shower.
Then sergeant, then just also or Mabas.
We need district commander, divisional commander.
Now divisional commander can out things are pass to tree. Huh? They must have been known for police was of reference. But there's no credit. You're going to go here. Energy Tabaclo come on in Central for.
DSP Sapon, was DCOP and Sapon. Many in the Casas here into Yamia Duma Baby Abecoso, Mr. All right. Wow. Most of them using my video no Namon Fampa or Biacho, my near to our. All right.
Share observation. What 19 polling stations I would already about
out of 19. Hankwan and noise, no, but we are getting everything sorted out. Why?
Lawyer Judy Tamaklu Anna. One Edin Koma watches one more any post in opinion or no, and what that a Methodist.
Now, William said, oh, we should cross our WhatsApp him. They say, yes, but no, I just so. Commander, yes, one support all.
There's a cannibal with him. There's a cannibal with him. And only the way. And there was the way a fast so my handle join his reporter. No. She video no na wura osemwa eye
etwa so no wo mu gina ho a obia ahihye ne ho a wo hwe se
staffs are coming back, so we are making progress with them now. With the Electoral Commission staff, they are coming to continue with the process, and I think that's a significant development.
Don't you think, or wouldn't you agree with a lot of people that this could affect voter turnout at this particular polling?
No. The people are, in high spirit to have a representation in Parliament. I think that's the utmost.
You didn't respond to the allegations by the other side that hoodlums from your party have assaulted Hawa Kumsin, who you admitted the police had escorted out of the place.
No, when I came here, I tried to find out who specifically did what. Unfortunately, there's no such indication. But the concern raised had to do with her presence. So I pleaded with the police commander that if her continuous presence will create an issue, there's an exit. There's an exit that she can use out. There will be definitely MPP agents here together with the police so that we can have this process run through.
The allegations of the use of pepper spray and the likes, you've been here longest, and so it will only be appropriate to get your understanding of events as they played out, which resulted in the EC agent and all of the likes.
To be fair, when I got here, the concern was that she had put a pepper spray. I wasn't comfortable with that narrative. So there was a search. I said, no, nobody will be allowed to enter. Let the police do their work. Listen, we are in power. The responsibility to ensure peace is ours. And that's exactly what we are doing.
Have you spoken to the supporters who came around? Because a number of them are...
Constituency chairman I've seen, I've spoken to them, that I'm pleading with them. As director league, I don't want any problem. And I think that the cooperation is better now.
All right, thank you very much. That's the Director of Legal Affairs mentioning, amongst many other things, that yes, indeed, officials of the Electoral Commission as well have made their way back. When we were inside a lot earlier, you could tell that indeed the police had taken absolute control of the entire area, and so they continue to still guard the ballot boxes. You see, they are very much in charge of that area. We're seeing the officials of the Electoral Commission as well now seeking to, amongst many other things, bring back and rearrange the ballot papers and the biometric verification devices and all of that, which would then pave way for voters to make their way here. Unfortunately, we don't even know the numbers expected to vote here because we can't get access to them immediately to get an understanding as to what happens. The big question really out there for a lot of people to seek to get answers to is what happens to voter turnout from here on in, because we've seen it happen in the past where incidents like these tend to affect the morale of persons wanting to come out and vote. We're seeing a number of individuals again as well seeking to make their way into the area. We're just seeing as well the defense and the interior ministers all making their way into the area, and they are speaking to the former speaking to the former NHI CEO as well, and seeking to get an understanding of what it is that's played out as they go around taking the salutes from the respective police officers here, seeking to understand for themselves as well what it is that may have played out, reason for which we've seen what it is that we've seen. I'm sure, and the expectation is that they will receive some briefing as to what it is that's happened, which is what we're seeing play out at this particular point in time. They will receive some briefing, and then we most likely will, if possible, get a word or two from them as well. But again, I was talking to you about what this could mean for voter turnout amongst many other things, and so we will seek to try and get an understanding as to everything that's played out, even as they continue to receive that briefing from officials of the police who are present here. We've seen Dr. Manebuama and then Muntaka all present and also witnessing for themselves, getting first-hand account really on what it is that's happening. And so that's what's happening. The presence of the police continues to be quite heightened, even as they continue to receive the briefing. And we're seeing a lot more of the top police hierarchy as well come through and be present and be counted to ensure that security is tight and they ensure that peace and tranquility does prevail. And so that's what's playing out as we continue to monitor exactly what it is that's happened here over the last hour or so. We've seen Madame Juliana Obeng as well, all around. And so it's the top hierarchy of the police really seeking to provide some level of briefing to the ministers, and then we can get a sense of what really played out. But as we speak, it's all calm. The police presence is heightened. Members of the National Form Police units all present, witnessing for themselves what it is that's transpired as they continue to get an understanding as to what's transpired. Getting a word from the presiding officer from here as well. And so it continues to be a calm after is what? How would you describe it? As the calm after the storm? And so a lot more of police presence as we hear the loud sirens blasting all through, amongst many other things. But the EC official appears to be providing some briefing, if we can tap into that as well.
If we have to start,
so they are going to let us start. But we are sorry for that.
A suggestion. That media encounter going on there is very bad. We started having intel that even the voters, after voting, they will have to go there and grant interview. We're hearing a lot of bad things that have not happened here. They were saying it. So that media encounter, that stand over there needs to be dissolved. I don't know. I've granted all the interview, all the things they wanted to know. I've given it out. So I don't know
why they had to mount.
Yes.
You want to tell the media?
Yes. So you seem to have a problem with the
voters, those coming in. I explained that this is a ground for 3 polling stations. But fortunately enough, we are doing one, only for one. That is the 12A. So we are human. Somebody will stay in the house and realize, oh, Methodist is voting, let me go. That person will come with the card. Then we will tell the person, we are not driving the person away. It means the person is not part of this exercise.
Are you blaming the media for the violence?
I am not blaming that stand there. We had intel before the violence. That interview, somebody came to tell me, you are saying we are driving the voters away. And I'm saying, no, that is not the issue. So please, give out the right education. We are not driving anyone away. The election is being held for only one polling station. In a normal day, I'm coming. And you know the register? We have 4. Yes, that is 1A, 1B, and another AB, 13A, 13B. This is 12A. The 13A, 13B is secured. The 12B is also secured. So this is the only center we are having. But we are human. Your mother can just hear, oh, I vote at Methodist. Your mother will come. When the person comes, we will in turn ask the person politely. That is what we've been doing from morning.
Do you have the polling agents here?
Yes, we have MPP 2 and then NDC 2. So we started everything with them. And Siadun Ketia has...
But they have an agent.
Yes, the MPP accused some officials of destroying their register. And that in a lot of ways, started all of the violence that ensued here. Is that the case that some voter register for the MPP was destroyed here?
Are you saying I should tell you the right reason why the violence came? I cannot tell the violence. I don't have any account. I was just, you said, and I'm saying my things are secured.
So no voter register was
Do you want me to, I have answered you. You are still I don't know what you want again. All the things are secured. It means we were not hurt.
Right. So that's the presiding officer stating clearly that there was no violence or anything. Let's try and hear from the defense minister as well.
It's obvious the military is not involved, and that is how it should be. This is a civil exercise. We are not at war, and so we should not get the military involved. And as you've seen around, it's been the police, the Ghana Immigration Service, the prison service. They fall under the Ministry of Interior. And we believe that That is the way to go. What we experienced in Ayawaso West Wogon should not be repeated. What we experienced in the year 2020, where 8 Ghanaians were killed just because of elections, should not be repeated. And this is the way to go. And this is what President Mahama wants. It should be a peaceful exercise, and people must just exercise their franchise. We should note at all times that it is not the entire constituency that is voting. It's only 19 polling stations. And because of the clustering system, you may have different polling stations voting at a particular location. It doesn't mean yours is part of the 19 polling stations that are voting today.
Well, the police were helpless at the time these well-built macho men stormed here. Based on order in Sudan, do you still stand by your decision not to deploy military persons? 2024, December, pink sheets were bent here. Do you still stand by your decision?
I don't think you are being fair to the police when you say the police were helpless. The police are a very professional institution. When you don't see them reacting with force, it doesn't mean they are helpless. This is where you may go wrong, just lowering the threshold to invite the military. If it becomes abundantly clear that the military should restore order in any part of the country, the military will do it. But the military should not be the first point of call. We have seen it in this country, where the military was able to storm the Parliament of the Republic of Ghana. Is that what we want? Is that the democracy that we want? This cannot be this cannot be the democracy under President Mahama. President Mahama is different from President Kufuor. You understand? So let us give the police the maximum cooperation. Is the reason I'm here jointly with my brother and colleague, Minister for the Interior, to observe things for ourselves. Let's give the police the maximum cooperation.
What's your assessment of the process so far, particularly here?
All the polling stations that we've been to so far, I would say so far, so good. Any challenges will be addressed by the Ghana police. I'm saying that any challenges will be addressed by the Ghana Police Service, and trust that they will do it. They are capable. Thank you.
That's the Defense Minister, Dr. Edward Omane-Boamah, speaking there and also interacting with the officials of the Electoral Commission, amongst many other things. Helen, we're going to hand it all back to you right now in the studio so the conversations can continue, even as we continue to monitor the proceedings from here. And so we're all now being asked as well to make our way out of the place. And so back to you in the studio, Helen, as conversations will continue.
Certainly. Thank you so much for that. That's my colleague, Eric Mawena Egbeta. He's in the ABLEKUMA North constituency, and particularly in Odoko at the Methodist Church, where some fracas has ensued. You were listening there to the Defense Minister talking about what the processes are going to be looking like moving forward. He was also speaking there with the Director of Legal Affairs of the NDC, Eduji Tamaklo, weighing in on some disturbances that we're told involve the former Member of Parliament for Ewutu Senya East, that's Mavis Hawa-Kumsin. We know she has now left the area, but there are still scores of security personnel in ABLEKUMA North. It is the hottest constituency this morning in the Republic.
On the screen, it's actually the Odoko Methodist School. Yeah. Okay.
And you know, for me, I'm having some issues of consent here, because we saw some elections go on, some like Asin North.
Yeah.
We never heard of SAG.
It wasn't that much. We had pockets of it, but not that.
So this is 19 polling stations.
Yeah,
and I mean,
just 19.
there have been days because there have been prior notice before the election has been called for.
Now hold on. Understand that Godfred is back on the line. Godfred, we lost you earlier. Paint a picture to us what the situation is like in at the polling station.
Excuse me. Okay, so like I was earlier talking about, let's take some speech from Dr. Omani Boama, who's addressing the press.
Okay.
Police centers may be a police station may be a area camp. We have better say your police station methods. Who are sorry no about one say the police station. Look at who we are. If you know everybody want to see but the idea electoral commission everybody you understand again police is for what I say enough to take care of all the registered voters now. I was saying Abano Eneno. It in yesterday say yenye didie e police ni mu na omunya adwuma eya adwempa enti ne yempese yede asojafo asrafo ebeba ababe rewura voting numu yempe ne sa fi say elections obuni beka say eye civil ade ene yeye enye war, you understand enu nti no obi anka na komanto yem yako inside yene police for na kasa yene amanfo eho nyina kasa wo a unye police ni na unni dwuma bi edi poten ewo abato ni mu no yasre ohwe ya omu nyina apie media for kra mesre se mu nyina so nye den mu nyina so MP emfi I perimeter ni se na be ya obi e ba beto aba a obetima ye den akwakoto aba nti ye wogide se enema yede atoto akwan mu no by the end of the day you bet to me awie sa abato ya ye ba betu na ABLEKUMA North enya omo member of parliament constituency na kasa na yeden akase omo eyi omo edawase
opening kase da sepa edawase omane buama ana yenene etwetwe nkomo no a wachirechim omane buama ene yenene etwetwe nkomo a wo chese hu hia se womo ede asojafo eba ha one eye interior minister eye Mutaka Mubarak ana womo enam no ana wache omane buama eye defense minister ana one interior minister
military should restore order in any part of the country, the military will do it. But the military should not be the first point of call. We have seen it in this country, where the military was able to storm the Parliament of the Republic of Ghana. Is that what we want? Is that the democracy that we want? This cannot be this
omo so ebeba na omo abeto ba medi e de akua sapoma Ablekuma North constituency.
Enti ye niaba akua sapoma na wote ne nka no e wo Ablekuma North abato empeswa so one empanyimfo bi
Yegidi say omobeba fi say Ablekuma North here an MP and oye then and will decide who the MP. Say anunti na the candidate ever. Anunti na rerun we here if you say it's an opportunity for Ablekuma North to weigh the other side so who the way the so much one from 1996 BC the brass so omo etwa and yeden sanabro so obi bia or wahabia no will have to give the NDC candidate a chance and we want to see the back for and we are confident say so here results no say the see even 19 polling stations ain't mean determine who the winner is. It means that the new assassin no my ratio say the people will give us the mandate.
Wey ensama Joseph Yamin wade atudwa no wakasa wie ye no an wasade atudwa say hey police officer na hwe na sum amene nani hu nyina ne na so ho atete ni gya no ni Ukraine anya de kura.
In any situation I don't think say police no have every right to use assault means of calming down. We condemn it, but also say sometimes yen go by the orders of the security. They are here. You be see how unfortunately and you go who do responsible. And some make us say, Miura, you catch them say, yeah, my inside on your interview. My dear to matter that cross line I was already cross, and that is good. Mean who so therefore so mononam has say
National organizer Adima ND Samanyo Kono Rajo
for that.
Go. You. I mean, earlier you mentioned that Dr. Omani Boama was there. Indeed, we heard his voice. Lawyer Eduji Tameklo also, and some other big wigs of the National Democratic Congress showed up. How about the other side, the NPP?
Well, I haven't seen any MPP stalwarts at the moment here. After the chaos, it seems that it's becoming difficult for them to show their presence here. Probably they would want to see calmness restored before they start trooping on other eyes.
Hello, Bafo. When the come here and say what from ya would go base in the previous ones now work on and yama to say
anyway, baby I boko na we drew I was police center back and one DBL generation the formula was it a born any don't buy you know not just no the some amount of money in some amount of money no person you and our police broke out the very unless yes when mountain so mamu and so emko edu and opano de na muse and this before omo the can't this matter say police center sama ko ni MCD fo a omo and crime protocol omo nyina aba bakwa ko sia ni wo pram MC o amasama MC sanso na west MC ono so ewo DBL polling center ho na actually no I know the MPP very go no ba ma ho owura okko banda for a doctor ni CIA MP3 that was global ni CIA and now kane ukurikum MP Dr. Mark ono so ni CIA o ti and opane the real services MPP one kwa no mani aspect just to say ma ho MPP very go so ati o mo guma almost same crime pia say omanfo omadofo no we tita for from rameto enti police centers ni aya ko de so far no ye hu se ta ka de say ye mo bi to ba na say obi abefa ballot box na so bi e ba be sta for na bi bisa ye hu bi bisa say dey na e ti o ba de
na turn out no so hu se nipa bebre pie ato santen e to nipa ni bi ba na say ba bi won ma du won na say e ho hwe
woni asem no ni baby ya ko bia mi mu sia to san e duwa so ni le bebe gran dia a wo le ka se ba mi se ta no ta na ka se de duwa e ka dia ko bi na ko no se ya to san ni mu di baba ko ko no ma ye se ni ba lo ke ta amano se ko ko to na ba ni ni baby ya to san ne se ni a pra wo mo na se se me to me na mi se mo to pa ni e dia ni baby ya to san ne ta
yo bafo me enfansia na ye na waseboni adwuma to aso no numbo a ye besan aba honi ahwese ne ne masi kontina na bafo de no
na unim se abanti a ne din ene banahene ajekum oye photo journalist e de ma GH1 na posini e baako
ono na posini no e bo no sotro
abanti se nani baako ehihim oye so kata na nani wososo nti obehia se adokotafo ebecho bani ahwe na meka se aposifo ntenten so
senso so ebe hwese bibia bambo djuma ene bibia ebe koso yie pa ewo Ablekuma North constituency hono eninti wo se kense so bio se enya de asrafo ebe ba be pie mu ewo hono osre ni bia soja ni bia eni wo mbeba so wo ba be hwe abato no so ama bibia akoyi Ghana Police Service ene wo mateki charge wo hwe ama asumdwie ene pepepeyo adedi ewo Ablekuma North constituency way any asemo a defense minister a Dr. Edward Omaneboama ede atu eja sabe yato akase na so ne kwakopie mu ewo yesebtroni prince akwa ehonomo na prince so de na manebo ama prince so me nka me mo ha
have confirmed, have officially briefed them on the situation. They both returned. What I was trying to inquire on from the both of them have been what next for the voting process, because at the time, the voting had halted, and they indicate to me that they have had firm assurance from the police to maintain order, and so the voting process would resume. And indeed, it has resumed in the last 10-15 minutes. You see a number of police officers still arriving in this police FPU vehicle, fully draped in their violence control gear in the bus. They've just been brought here and descending, alighted from the bus, and will be taking position. And so from the two ministers in charge of peace and security, both defense and interior, they have confirmed. You see the police officers there making their way to the voting center, fully draped in their violence control gears, making their way there now to make sure that the process continues unabated. So that's the situation here as we speak. More police officers coming in now to take positions. You see them fully armed, fully draped in their riot control gears, making their way to the voting center to maintain law and order. And so the voting process has resumed now, and voters are queuing to vote. So just a quick recap, the violence has been as a result of the NDC supporters demanding that Honorable Hawa Kumsin, who is here, as I understand, was also taking part of the monitoring process. What we know is that the two political parties, aside the party executives as well as the sitting MPs, they have deployed a number of officials to go on monitoring rounds at the various polling stations on behalf of the party. And so it is as part of one of those rounds that the NDC youth encounter Honorable Hawa Kumsi and demanded that she is taken out of the polling center. We didn't sit well with the NPP youth as well, leading to the chaos and the fight between them. But the police as well as the party officials have been able to negotiate with them and bring calm. And so that's what happened here earlier, and bring calm, and they had left and the interior and defense ministers coming also to ascertain the situation. More police deployments have been done now. So we want to believe that this will be the situation as the voting has resumed. It's just 463, I should say, voters who are expected to cast their ballots here. Not huge numbers compared to the numbers we saw at the other polling stations where there were 600, over 500 polling registered voters expected to cast their vote. And so calm has been restored now, and the voting process has resumed. The two ministers have left the scene. The leadership of the both political parties that I have identified have also left the scene now, and voting process has resumed now at the Methodist Odoko voting center. And so the process is continuing now. Police officers taking their positions to secure the place and maintain law and order to continue the process. The number of officers who also draped in their riot control gears I don't see them holding arm. Actually, they hold the baton they used to control riots. You see them in your shots. They're moving to still take position behind the voting center in order to maintain calm. A number of them, about 8 of them who were here earlier, you see 4 of them holding the riot shield there. And so they're taking their positions behind the voting center in order to maintain law and order. So calm has been restored, voting has resumed. You see there some voters also in queue trying to go through the process and cast their ballot. So that's the situation at the Methodist voting center here in Odoko. Calm has been restored now, and the process is going on smoothly.
James, thank you for bringing us that accurate reportage. And he reports to us that both the Minister of Interior, Muntaka, and the Defense Minister, Omani Boama, have left the scene. Voting has resumed at the Odoko Methodist polling station, and a new batch of police officers have arrived, and they seem to be armed, or they're wearing riot gear in order to contain the issues of violence that we are seeing right now. We'll take a break here. When we return, more action on Joy News Today, bringing you all the details happening at the ABLEKUMA North constituency. Please stay.
So, Charlie, the deal there, I almost get her.
Syntax pipe, as tough as it can get.
You get so sorry with your back, sorry. Oh, what you was that thing? What the cat never won. You can catch it. Hey! No, I'm pipe.
Between and Kafai and Cabo.
Hey, madam, pipe, man.
I syntax pipe. Metono, Omukacham send a one day pa. Say a fee, say a foam. The other pipe we be a yannick gum.
Syntax pipe.
Why, Eliki?
Come, madam. From today, syntax pipe in my pipe. No 2 ways.
We need a pipe Ben Abe Yusu. SINTEX pipe. Syntax pipe.
In a carrier. No, hala.
When I was young, I asked my mother the secret of hair vitality and health. She said, the right food, the right exercise, the right amount of sleep, and the right blood tonic. Nescafe Blood Tonic is effective for the treatment of anemia, lack of appetite, and stressful conditions in both adults and children.
Nescafe Blood Tonic, the right family blood tonic. Another quality product from Ernest Chemists. This advertisement has been vetted and approved by the FDA.
Every day, people have money emergencies.
I need my school fees.
Emergency.
Mommy,
chop money emergency. Emergency. Catch it. I'm your rent. Emergency. Now, there's a new emergency.
And get